Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the best game I've ever reviewed. Hang on. Best game I've ever reviewed. Now, let's go back here. I feel like we missed some, and I'm not sure what. We are going to try to beat this game today. We're technically in as much of a hurry as we can be. Like, the sooner we do this, the sooner we can get the room done. The sooner we can actually take a lunch break. The sooner the game can crash. It's cool. I like it when the game crashes. It's one of my favorite things for the game to do. Moment. Where's that? I've lost the game. Where's the game? There it is.
Square Enix.
There we go. No, you're fine, internal system error. I did figure it out, although it was that nothing indicated anything was wrong. So that's always cool. You know how that is. But thankfully I have been doing troubleshooting for the better part of 26 years now? Something like that? It's been a while. So, I've got a good vibe. Well, if you type in !voot eclectic, you'll get a link. It's the same Voot, it's just I forgot to put it up yesterday, that's all. Okay, so don't crash this time. Thank you. Still not sure what's causing that, but whatever.
If the ships are left afloat, we will be unable to enter the fortress.
So, no, it's not a new vote. It's the same one. But, like I said, that vote's a long-term vote. That's going to be up for probably a month or two. We only have like 150 people who voted so far, and that's definitely not full sample size by my usual reckoning. So we're going to leave that up for a bit. Excuse me. So, one of the other things I want to ask y'all while we kind of redo some of these missions to unlock more stuff is whether or not... So, how do I describe this? So we've got the audit list, right? And I spent a little bit of my precious time this morning filling out the audit list a little bit more. And as I was going through, I
see an evil cloud.
Oh no, not a cloud! Is it a cloud of light or darkness? I noticed that every time I came up with a new category, a new column to add, I was kept adding it to every other genre because I could always think of another game where it would apply to that particular genre, right? And it just sort of occurred to me, and this is what I want your thoughts on. Because right now we have the audit list categorized by genre, effectively. Should we just make it one big list? Because so many concepts, don't really matter for the genre. Like, in some cases they won't apply, but that just means you just ignore that column, right? I don't know, what do y'all think? Thoughts? Cool. Okay, so there's this thing called the audit list, Dakota. Okay, let me start over. There's this thing called the audit list. I think if you type !audit into chat, you'll get a link to it. I don't actually know off the top of my head. Base drop. And I'm using it as a way... Hey, it is in there. I'm using it as a way to standardize, keep track, etc. Actually, I already mentioned all this before, but it is relatively new, so I'm sure some of you just didn't hear me about it the last time I talked about it. It's something that I've been pushing for and slowly adding games to both not only standardize, but also to help prompt ideas for things that should be positives and negatives. and to help keep everything nice and neat. So it's to get the whole existing reviews up to date, and to make sure that all future reviews are nice and fair compared to other games. Because there are several sequences where I'll see something like A got a plus, so shouldn't B get a plus? You know, stuff like that. Base drop morning. And I never actually played that one, Zactap, sorry. Exclamation mark Voot. Love a dude. We'll get you your link. Anyways, to get to the actual question, I'm debating not dividing it by genre, basically. Just having all the columns and all the lists be on one cohesive list.
There are a lot of bad men inside the fortress. Be careful.
That's all. And I just wanted people's thoughts on that. I wanted to rip your thoughts out of you. You know, my player style. Well, what do you think, Inosians? This is why I'm asking you.
It is just the same as the fortress in the sky. Strange. I sense no humans here.
I mean, you wouldn't sense any humans in general, if we're being honest with ourselves.
A foolish thing, is it not, to board an ark when you know not where it sails?
Nah, I do that all the time. Oh god, that's in front of chat, not behind it. Hang on, that shouldn't be in front of chat. The list is for my use, yes.
There is no voice. Is the goddess truly here?
There we go, sorry. Because I value other people's opinions, Takoida?
The goddess will certainly be at the sanctum. Look further within. There is no trace of the enemy in this fortress. Could the goddess be... No, it is nothing.
I'm one front again. Well, we'll see, Lava Dude. I haven't actually done a live test yet, to be completely honest.
Where is the goddess?
I do actually, Zucker. See, I don't think that way, Takoida, but whatever. You don't have to answer. You're not required to. You can just ignore me. See, like Mr. Red, for example, says, some games backtracking will be good and some games backtracking will be bad, but the problem is that's still the same column. It's backtracking. So, one sheet is what you're saying in that sentence. Why is this Leonard story?
The goddess is gone.
Are we too late?
No, Boogity.
By the gods. I can see it. The seeds of resurrection are already on the earth. The goddess, she...
Kick! Plus kind kicking.
I understand. You must see for yourself.
It seems we must go to the very ends of hell itself, to the Sky Fortress.
Yeah, the good news is he doesn't in the English version, Boogity, which is what we're reviewing. Because otherwise it'd get a negative by itself. First of all, thank you very, very much, Diesel Edge. As always, appreciate and much obliged. Thank you. If you know where you want to put that, please let me know. And second of all, Roxy, yes, I did know that this was called Drag on Dragoon. quota. Kind of, so instead of having different sheets, just have different segments. Makes sense. Wait, the allies exist in terms of gameplay? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I think it's a positive, Pokety, but, I mean, hell do I know. Okay, so that... Okay, so is that... Yep, that's everything in Chapter 10. So now we do Chapter 11. Gotta bounce around a little bit here. Yeah, the Dragon Dragoon. Hello, Melkor. I mean, this is the best game ever. Don't kill me. Time reaches the heart of the ocean for us, but Fury has been taken away. Now we must go to the Scar. Trust me, no one's more surprised than I that there's positives in this game. Yeah, we've actually already established a precedence for that in Witcher 3, Pokety. Hi, I'm super evil and messed up is by itself something that's not really a good thing. Hello? Thank you. Where's my mace? There it is. Die. Die. Come on, I need at least one bit of mana. Give me mana. Give me mana. Give me mana. There we go. That's good enough. Alright, where am I going? Probably through the row. Which we're just going to totally ignore. I could, but at that point I might as well just use the different sheets for different genres, which is how the thing is currently formatted. Oh yeah, you asked how I divide genres. More or less by my own insane mentalities on that one. A character that was screwed up without reason in Witcher 3? I can think of one. Oh, those shield guys suck. Those shield guys suck.
It is like the Sky Fortress. Can you hear her voice?
No. I can't actually think of his name. Because of course I can.
The seeds of
It's the
resurrection.
guy we gave a negative to.
When the seals break,
The worst thing about this game? The slog.
good or evil.
That's him, Melkor Blade. Thank you. You like small corridors with lots of enemies swarming you, right? That's what gets me up in the morning right there. I can't wait to fight Lard. I cannot tell you how... This is why... Honestly, I should probably legitimately give this a third negative. Just the slog. Just the slog factor. Because I've played through this game before, and I know how sloggy this is. Yeah, just this one level I'm going through should probably be about a 30-minute level, give or take. Just wave after wave after wave after wave of high health, high blocking enemies in narrow corridors with no terrain features that matter whatsoever other than to force you to fight all of them in one bundle. That's ignoring, you know, stun locking stuff.
Quickly to the goddess! The seal! The seal!
Like, this is not representative of the gameplay of this game. It's one of the dangers of cheating in reviews.
Are you safe?
Thankfully, I've already played this game, and I know exactly how sloggy this is. Yeah, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Ah! Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just add the third negative for slog. Just, some of the later missions just get so bad in terms of... Ugh. It's like, if you've ever pictured wading through... If you've ever actually waded through mud or really deep snow, imagine doing that. Now imagine that there's these two gremlins who have just latched onto your arms and are trying to actively drag you down as you're slogging forward. And that's the core gameplay of the ground combat in this game. I know what what you're thinking. That sounds like hyperbole. No. No, 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 no. So. Did we mention sound design? I feel like we did. But I don't think it's on the...
She still lives. But barely.
That's because
We
it's
have
not.
little time left.
I swore we gave a negative for sound design. We talked about it yesterday. Hang on. There it is. Negative number 20. We did. I was gonna say, I swore we put that in there. You know, I cannot believe this. Oh no, Melkor Blade. No. The only reason these load times are this fast is because this is an emulator. Trust me, on a PS2, just kind of double or triple all of these load times. Like, the easiest way to demonstrate that is to watch the intro, where it's like, you know, it does... That goes by in like 8 seconds, tops, on this. On an actual PS2, that's closer to 15 to 20, depending on, you know, your specific model of PS2. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to give a negative for these sections, too. We actually did give a positive for some of the dragon sections. Like, I was going to say, Melkor Blade, you think this is normal? No. This is not an optimized game, this is just an emulator. Speaking of which, just in case we have a crash while I'm typing. Anyway, so negative for the top-down sections. While we're on the subject. I mean, I always said, all yesterday I was saying, yeah, don't, by the way, some of these negatives are probably going to propagate. Look, if I'm not hated on the internet for my opinions by now, disliking Drakengard is not going to really add to that list in a substantial amount. I don't know, Love Balthazar. I haven't done any feasibility tests of getting it playable. So I don't know. Yeah, red shield guys are probably the single worst enemy in the entire game. No exaggeration. Immune to magic, with the mega armor, and the stun, and the counter-strike thing, which you're not even seeing, but they can do. And the fact that they have the shields, which they can also charge you with.
Don't think of me as a traitor, Kain. We are creating a new world.
Sure thing, traitor.
A world where Buriai lives. Open your eyes. Hear what our priestess says. We can survive.
Inuart, you mustn't stay here. Please go away now.
The Watchers do not laugh. The Watchers must not wake. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Best part of the game right there.
I'm just a girl. A normal girl. What's this?
This dirt. No, don't.
La 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 la.
Forget the seal and help me. Forget the seal and help me.
Stupid man. Please help me. Help me. Please. Hold me, my brother.
Stop it.
I can see into your heart.
La 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 la.
No, that's not true. You lie. I hate you. I hate you. Filth.
This world needs destroying. I'm dirty. I'm dirty. I'm no goddess.
I renounce it. Please. Please, my brother. So, you failed at playing goddess. Now what?
Yeah, this is pretty badly censored. I'll admit, I didn't even catch the incest thing in that when I first played it. Please hold me, brother. But Kaim is so disgusted by the idea of holding his sister, which just makes this really confusing, by the way, if you're playing in English and don't know what's going on, that she commits suicide over the fact that we won't give her a hug. Like I said, really confusing if you don't know what that's actually supposed to be. But no. What actually is supposed to happen there is she's desperately in love with us and wants to have tons and tons of sex with us. And we're really grossed out by it because she's our sister. So she is so wigged out by being disgusted by the object of her affection that she commits suicide.
The watchers laugh too.
But yeah, you see how... this is pretty much the moment in which, especially in the English version, I'm playing through this with my friends and we're officially going... What? Because again, imagine all context gone from that scene and it's just... What? Okay. She's dead. Huh, okay. But I mean, ladies be crazy, am I right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, and the scene where the dragon turns on you, which is just a... Huh? Because, you know, we don't know anything about the dragons being the servants and chosen race of the gods or anything like that. So it's just like, hi, I'm here to kill you. Why? Because... So hang on. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to jot down a potential positive here. And let's see here. And a potential story negative. We'll debate that one as we go. That's true, Jordan. Imagine if I was like, I've been kidnapped for hours. And then, you know, my niece is like, I refuse to hug you. And I'm like, no. I can't live like this. Oh. I mean, that's what I'd do anyways. Anyways, fearful of what lies in her own heart, Furie plunges the dagger into her chest. Next to her lifeless body, Mana celebrates the breaking of the seals, and then... Blah, 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 blah.
Fool, be calm. Control your anger. The seeds will soon be sown.
Or just kill her.
The world is in grave.
I mean, Mana's kind of a victim here, but...
Quickly now, let not her death be in vain.
But she's still kind of a victim in the sense that she's still... needs to be removed from the equation. Like, saving her would be nice, but we did that in ending A, so... Hi, Narset. Okay. Yes, you missed... She wouldn't hug us! Or rather, we wouldn't hug her, Narset. We wouldn't hug her! I don't want to live in a world without hugs from my brother. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Yeah, so you know how everyone hugs Tali, Mass Effect 2? This is what happens if you don't hug Tali. Ooh, that's weird. What did I miss? Must complete 11-1 and find Mana? Takoida is a monster. Confirmed. How is it? In a world devoid of hugs, only suicide is the answer. I forgot about this one. This is my bad. I mean, I guess we had to do the other route anyways, because you got to do several of these a couple times. Does anyone remember where she is? She's probably the other way.
Been flown to a different place. Let us both search for the goddess.
Okay. All I'm saying, Narset, is I got a lot to keep track of. I like it, Carbo Gollum. In a world without embraces, only the embrace of death remains. Yeah, the enemy AI is so bad that honestly I should probably go ahead and give it a negative. I almost feel bad at this point for giving so many negatives to the game, but then I remember, oh wait, this game sucks! And then I all the bad feelings go away.
This place, it is like the Sky Fortress. Can you hear her voice?
Sorry, I should emphasize the word a little bit stronger. The game sucks. Gameplay. Anyways, did I say thank you? I don't think I said thank you to sub in the middle there. Thank you, Johnny, very, very much for the sub. Always appreciate those subs. Thank you. I don't remember if I actually said thank you. I noticed it. I tracked it. It's just we were in the middle of something. Did you put that towards something? Oh no, you put it towards la 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 la. Oh, I even wrote it down. I didn't get anything from Diesel Edge either for putting it towards something. Do I think this game is an insult? No. See, that's the really sad thing. I mean sad, I suppose that's not really fair, but under the system of reviews I use, which I'm very fond of, it's worth noting, there is one thing it doesn't keep track of, and that's, for lack of a better way to put it, disgust value, right? Like, there's a chance this game will review worse than Ride to Hell Retribution. Not likely, but it is possible. But I mention that because Ride to Hell Retribution is a worse game than this. I already went there. Here, I'll leave it up for a second, Narset. Because I've officially been in every room, but I might have just missed her because the camera is the camera. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's actually a threefold combo. We've got their lack of experience, Yoko Taro being Yoko Taro, and the fact that they were constantly getting pushback from the executive board and the advisory board and being like, eh. Hang on. So, a new team with a new person, with executives constantly going, eh. Yeah, this was doomed from the beginning, to be completely blunt. Okay, we'll try top left. Whoop, I'm turned around. Space. Yes, that was apparently something that he actually wanted. I say apparently. Anything Yoko Taro says in interviews is suspect. So, this is ignoring his well-known dislike of interviews in general. Here, Mana. Could you go away, please? Thank you. Okay, let's hear over here. How's that camera control, huh?
If the seal was all broken, it shall be the end.
Hang on. There's one other area I can check up here. Let's do a bit of a corner swoop here. Yep, those are... There are doodads. Technically. Very technically. And that's where we started at. Is she only there for a certain amount of time? I mean, I've hit all the rooms at this point. If you know what I mean. No, I didn't check Melkor Blade. I'm sorry. I don't even remember the name of Zemnis' voice actor off the top of my head. Come on, camera. Yeah, this is where I started. There is a floor up. You said it was on the first floor. You lied to me, Narset. Your punishment is you have to play Drakengard 100% without cheats. Whoops. I think this is actually... There you go. Oh god, is that actually... Dude, Paul St. Peter. I gotta be honest, I would probably not put that on my resume. I'm just gonna be 100% on that. So you voiced a... You're just not what we're looking for the project. So, we'll get back to you. That's okay with you. We'll, What's funny is both Ansem and Zemnis are in this game. No, really. Epgar and Peter are both in this game. I mean, there's a degree of logic to that, ignoring, you know, just how there's 20 voice actors in the world. There's also the fact that these voice actors have worked with Square several times, and they tend to reuse voice actors, and yada yada yada. So, no, Loner. So I think I'm just gonna Google this at this point. What chapter is this? Time's a perfect protagonist. What are you talking about? Aha! Okay, there we go. Yep. So this probably qualifies as walkthrough-itis, because I actually remembered it as soon as I read it. As soon as I read it, I remembered it. Okay.
The seeds of resurrection come when the seals break. Do they bring good or evil?
Evil. I mean, that's like saying, the burritos from Chipotle come when something has broken. Do those Chipotle burritos bring good or evil? It's okay, we've got Chipotle away.
The goddess has been taken to the inner sanctum.
Okay, so what you're supposed to do is get this key and then turn around
To the goddess, the seal.
from the door that's 5 feet in front of you. And getting that key is what spawns her. And again, the moment I read that, I remembered this crap. Yep, there she is. Really? Melkor Blade, that's hysterical. No, it's not the whole stage. It's just like half of it, but yeah. There she is, right there.
I sense great evil, a great enemy. The priestess, the goddess is close.
Okay. Don't need that anymore. They have discovered the priestess Mana, and now Kaim pursues her through the heart of the forest. Fortress! Oh my god! Mana murmurs incantations as she flickers from rim to rim. Can we drive her? Oh no. I think I remember this.
That voice. Could it be?
Find Mana. She is the source of all the evil. No, she isn't. Even the Watchers aren't. It's Yoko Taro. He is the source of all the evil.
It is their leader. Do not let her escape.
Could you stop? Thank you. I actually do feel bad for Mana. Ignoring her bad childhood, which is already terrible, just par for the course for this terrible setting. There's also the fact that she's pretty much a flesh puppet. And that's never a good experience to begin with. But being a flesh puppet for the Watchers is even worse. Just, ugh. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh yeah, in 2 she just decides to be stupid. Let's not even talk about that one. I'm going the right way, which I believe I am. I think that would actually fulfill the original point, Roxy, so I could see that working.
The Watchers do not laugh.
They do not regret. They do not become ill. La 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 la.
How would I ever cross this over with FF12? Alright, nope, I've got it. La 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 la. I love it.
You found me. La 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 la.
La 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 la. I've actually jotted down a potential positive for Mana. I really have. Because she's just... And this is funny because it's almost assuredly something they didn't intend, but she's so funny. I mean, she's creepy too, but it's the funny thing that really sells it. And she is a tragic character, as we've already discussed. Even just in this game, she is a tragic character.
The Watchers, they sing. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
I love the way the actor says it.
Don't hurt her.
Oh, this is funny. This is funny. So she accidentally stumbles into him.
Gollum, stop! You don't understand. Mana is my sister. It's my fault that she became like this. Mother! Be strong, Mana. Mother, she's already dead.
La 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 la. Don't miss the Watchers.
Then that happens.
Silence. You cannot kill me. I am loved. Loved by them. More than anyone else. See? Humans still don't know what they really need. Stupid.
They're all stupid. Salvation lies before them. But stupid people won't be loved.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Those who aren't loved die.
If Surrey dies, me sad.
Forgive me. Forgive me, Mana. Golem, please, help.
Now is the time to feel the love of the gods. A deep love. A great love.
A love powerful and formidable. A love that crushes like a mace. La 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 la.
To be clear, she doesn't survive that. She's pulp. You have to let me look into it because I've never even heard of the game, Narsa.
What is it? What's happening? Can that child truly be a god?
So, Mana's dead, killed by her brother Sere. Now, if memory serves, and this is a little more asterisky, but in the Japanese version, it was a little more clear that what happened there was Sere was really pissed off that she decided to attack him. And so, he directed Gollum to kill her. Now, whether that's acceptable or not is up to you, but it is funny that it's like, no, I have to find my sister, I have to find my sister. Oh, there she is. She smacked me! Gollum, kill her! And yeah, there's also the resentment thing, which... There's a lot of resentment in a lot of characters in this game. Anyways, Priestess Mana is dead, killed by her brother Sere. With the instrument of the gods destroyed, it seems the menace is past, but the world's destruction has only just begun. In the collapsing fortress, Inuart clutches Furie in his arms, and together they vanish into a blaze of blinding light. Because he's stupid.
Furii! Furii!
Inuart.
The gods are dead, Furii. No more gods! We are free!
No, they're not.
It's all right. All is well now. Have no fear. There is a way.
What will you do?
Furii, we will give birth to the world. Though paradise is lost, we shall be gods!
We shall become gods. Or as gods, we shall become as gods.
As the dragon becomes powerful.
Yeah, we technically already got that. This cannot continue, von Falkenstein. This cannot continue. Okay, I just want to 100% verify. Chapter 12 is where we should be. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Double check. Double checking, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Yeah. Yep, we're good. Oh yeah, totally got all the weapons. Wig. Hang on. Yeah, no, we're on ending D. Oh yeah, by the way. I'm gonna ruin this game for you. So, this is Spain. Here's France. Up here's Italy. There's Britain over here. Over here's Germany. Anyways. D is in Delta, by the way. No, Zactef. Not anytime soon. So, meanwhile, Weird. You like Weird, right? Because they do. So, the first time this happened, me and my friends were all watching this cutscene together. And I don't know how to describe it, but our collective expression was just... What? Oh yeah, those are effectively made of salt, by the way. Just giant golems of salt. With the instrument of the gods dead, reason and logic in the world collapse. Yeah. From the sky, grotesque beasts begin to fall, and the banquet of destruction begins. Into the madding sky flies Kaim, ready to battle the monsters until he can draw breath no more.
What vision is this? What happens to the world?
So we've already killed kids. This is just kind of a logical progression if you're thinking about it. But yes, for those of you not aware, Neon Genesis Evangelion was an admitted inspiration for this section of the game. Like that's on interview record. Although again, anything said in an interview is suspect, but let's be honest. Neon Genesis Evangelion was definitely an inspiration for this section of the game. It's probably a good time to drop the base. By the way, this is really boring. What's worst is this is effectively factory problem. Factory syndrome. It's really boring, but they hit like a truck and their attacks are extremely hard to dodge, as I'm demonstrating right now. So, let's just say that I had to do this mission many times back in the day, because you gotta kill a lot of these things and it takes forever, and they can kill you way too easily. So anyways, negatives to gameplay. For dropping the base. I am super cheating. Wait.
Children, are they the Watchers?
Buy them and go where exactly, Narset? I guess we could see if there's any target things on the ground I'm just missing. I don't think there are. All the way down. I'd take an infinite mana cheat right now, just mute the game. We'll be starting the next game at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, prisoners. Almost guaranteed. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know what you're talking about, Narset, but I'm pretty sure either I was an idiot back in the day, or I remember doing this mission over and over and over to kill all these stupid babies. Don't worry, they're not actually babies. They're just children. Of the Mother Beast. Not Mother, Mutter. Distinction.
Is there no one to guide us?
What, you don't want to see the even weirder Crazy Norse? Because it gets worse from here. Although, we're kind of... I don't want to oversell it. We've certainly reached a level of peak weird already. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you have to kill a certain amount.
Not even they can know what will become.
Yeah, that was only 3 minutes. Imagine doing that for like 20 minutes at a time and dying at the 18-minute mark and then having to start all over from scratch. Again, this is why I'm okay with cheating on this game, because I've played this without cheats. I know how bad these later missions can get. By the time it occurred to me, it's entirely too late. Because we'd already had several whats by then. Don't worry, we're gonna have more whats. Yeah, the Kaim kicks a person is at 6 right now. So this one, I think, is where we can just kind of zip by, I think.
There is nothing to stop you now. Burn it all. Burn everything.
Okay. Together the unholy beast and Imperial soldiers rise from the dead. Return them to the hell from whence they issued. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this is... right. This is this problem. So yeah, you don't have to kill the babies here. I think. By the way, these guys are also pretty sucky mobs. They're not as bad as the double shield guys, but these guys suck. They have reach and shields and can counterattack and are fast. They're probably the second overall hardest enemy type in the game.
To defend is not enough. Strike through and defeat the Grotesqueries.
The Grotesqueries are okay to fight, but boring.
I am already dead. Where this body drops and rots is of no matter now.
Assuming I wasn't cheating, Melkor Blade? Yeah, no, I would probably walk away from it. This is, Hi, Blue Walrus. Welcome to baby killing. It's okay, they're not really babies, like I said. They're Grotesqueries. So, these are pretty, boring to fight, like I said. They're almost exactly the same as the mage-type enemies. In fact, I think they are literally same moveset, same animation style, same AI as the mage types from earlier. You know, the mage dudes who just sit around and then occasionally throw a ball of death at you, which is extremely easy to dodge like that. Yeah. So like I said, boring. Yeah, the Calbrina.
The madness awaits. Steal your heart.
Oh, we're not at the madness yet. Oh. That's true, they do have a bigger hitbox. You are actually correct. So these are even easier to fight than those stupid mage things. So I was actually doing a little more research in prep for the Rumination. Apparently the specific game that made the executives go, make this be in the game, was Dynasty Warriors 2, which, if some of you may remember, was the one that was the big smash success for the Warriors series, at least in Japan. I don't know how it was in other countries. Because Dynasty Warrior 1 was woo, but Dynasty Warriors 2 was the success story, as is true with so many franchises. And they were like, wow, we should make that. So they did. Probably not the best idea, if we're being honest. So, I should probably go ahead and mention that I haven't actually given a negative for music in this game. Now, part of that is as a peace offering to those of you who like the music in this game, but it's also partially because the main problem with the music is the music direction. The music itself is something I can't stand, to be 100% honest, but the usage of the music is awful.
smell fire.
Apparently there's fire. You seem to be but you must survive their attacks. Okay. I mean, I think it really says everything when earlier we were having some tech issues. It was something I was legitimately curious of, if the music was glitching out. And it wasn't, that's just the music. But the fact that I have to question if your song is glitching out probably says something about the nature of how you're constructing it.
The world is wrapped in screams. Hurry! We must destroy the grotesqueries!
It is, yes, more in front. And it really is chopped up and just all over the place, and sounds like it's glitching out on purpose. But as I've often said, just because you do something deliberately does not make it good. It just makes it deliberate. No, I'll never play Nier Automata or review it, Blue Wars. Never.
Let us become one, my beautiful children.
So, Yep, I'm definitely never reviewing Nier either.
Ariush! What are you doing?
The greatest of feasts.
They're devouring Ariush!
All has become chaos. We have descended into hell.
Stop your slithering. The way is clear. Run for your life.
Wait!
So, that's probably 0. Spoilers. If you don't know who 0 is, don't worry about it. And yes, we reviewed Nier Automata just a couple months ago. That was the joke.
You know it's the only way to clear a path. Go now. I shall stay.
No! I don't want you to go. Why can't you come with us? Why? Leonard, I don't want anyone else to die.
Sere, you are a fine young lad. You mustn't be afraid. I will not die. Now go, please.
Hey, stupid! What do you think you're doing? You'll get me killed too! And if you die, you won't see Sere anymore! Please, Leonard, live! Don't sacrifice yourself! Please! Please! Stop! Let me go! You're too scared to die, right? Hey, you bastard! No! No! No!
Death need not be the end of hope! Ah!
Okay, I'll give you that one, game. There's also a special little amusement of the fact that the fairy, the whole game, has been encouraging him to commit suicide. And then is like, wait a second. No, you can't die. Hold on a second. Wait, no! Frickin' fairy. The problem is, yeah, that scene is so undeserving. I'm not sure if I'm willing to give it a full plus. But I will jot it down as a potential. We've got several potentials which are probably going to be baked into an aggregate. Let's do this. Just kind of jot that down there. No, in Oceans. Besides, I kind of already did that. Anyways, as Ariosh is consumed by the monsters and later dies in the explosion, a path is opened. There can be no turning back. The surviving members of the group must now face the giant queen beast. Okay. Congrats, cat horse. Cat horse, excuse me. I was saying cat horse and Narset at the same time.
Leonard die? Was it my fault?
I think this is the specific mission you're thinking of, Lark. Because we can just totally ignore these guys.
I am sorry, Kaim. I cannot enter this place.
That would make this more fun. Instead of just running through the enemies and ignoring them. Anyway, so... yeah, I was thinking something about the teeth, Dakota. Like... No. You know how babies... You know how babies are really gross when they're eating? They are. They just... because they don't know how to take care of themselves.
The battle does not end here.
So, he sees a baby eating, and he is so grossed out by it. He's just like...
Now, only the giant monster remains.
And it just warps and twists in his brain until he starts seeing this horribleness. As for the earlier part with the sister, it needs to be something super mundane, right? Like, I mean, like the hug, right? Like, she was just like, "Hey, brother," and she was literally just like coming in for a hug, and he's just like, "Oh my God, no, I won't have sex with you," and she's like, "What? Ew, what? No, I won't. No, that's disgusting. That's terrible." And he grabs her hand and shoves the knife into her hand. "This is what should happen." And then he basically forces her to commit suicide. I mean, he kills her. He just does it with her hands.
The world will be swallowed. What is that? What warps the great time?
Yeah, one more party member to lose.
My body is burning!
A reaction? To what? To that?
The child lost his time. Yes, it is possible. The great time. Perhaps our last chance.
So, as the monster grows and swallows more and more of the world, Sere makes a final proposal. By releasing the great time locked in him, he can freeze the Queen Beast for all eternity. Entrusting the world's fate to a child, Kaim and the dragon fly him towards the monster, deliver the little hero to his grim fate. Yeah, they really like breaking their pacts in this one. It's funny, if you could break a pact, that would really change Nier, wouldn't it? Anyways, old Mother Beast over there's gotten a little more prego.
Please help us!
If you can't tell, she's lying on her back.
I don't want to die. No!
Isn't she just glowing? Anyway, I think Vertile just died. I'm not actually sure.
Goodbye. Will you take me there?
Are you sure?
I understand. That thing controls time. We can't just leave it or else...
Siri, what will
Oh,
you
never mind. He's alive.
Only I can stop it. I'm the only one who has what we need.
If you fight that, do you know what will become of you?
A long time ago, there was a brave warrior who drank up all of time, drop by drop. He slept deep beneath the earth, forever young and strong. But then the world became bathed in blood, and the hero awoke. Now is my time, he said. The hero who had drunk of time traveled to the ends of the earth. The hero grew old and weak, and he died. But his time gave the world a new life, the end.
That was a terrible story.
It's called The Little Hero. My mother told it to me.
The heroes of the stories are the hopes of the tellers. The hero is in you, too.
I'm so happy. Come on, fly me there.
I should mention,
Make it through.
It's impossible. Impossible.
would you shut up, Bertollet? Sorry. Some of the writers of this, like the people who wrote the dialogue, were reportedly actually embarrassed when they came in and heard the voice actors acting out their lines.
I am the little hero!
I'm not trying to throw shade, I'm just stating fact. And here we go, yeah, this is probably the specific mission you were thinking, Narsa. This one still sucks because they still hurt. Why? Like I said, dodging these beams is a lot harder to do than it sounds. But yeah, he's totally freaking out about someone being Prego.
Can time be broken?
What about Basil? And sorry, dumb joke. Dumb joke. Now, maybe I said that unclearly, Gum Gum. The writers were embarrassed about the dialogue they wrote. Let me be clear about that. Oh, sorry. Within the eternity, Sarah begs his sister's forgiveness, and then time has stopped. Boop. Ending B. Bling. Or should I say yeet? And we get eaten by babies.
Will you forgive me now, Mana?
Yeah, this is actually probably the most typical, I'd say the second most typical JRPG ending. The only other one being A. You can see Italy right there, by the way, in case you thought I was joking. Almost assuredly intentional, Pogody. The end. We're not linked to near yet, because that was ending D.
At long last, the jumping hands of time will be halted by a weakling cast in eternal solitude.
One ending remains. Well, that was the game. No, we don't need to save. I mean, we can, I guess. Sure, whatever. We'll save, why not? That's because there is no connection. Well, I mean, there is, Pogody, but let's not go into it. We talked about that during Automata. See the Automata stream for that. Alright, so that was that game. We're just going to exit this really quick here. Wow, what a game. It's definitely, you could definitely say about this game, it is definitely a game. Where were you when ending D happened?
Square Enix.
There it is. Sawako Notori. That's the writer. Embarrassed by her writing when hearing the actors who voice Sarah and Mana speaking their lines. Nope, that was not the one I was thinking it was, Mr. Red. But at the same time, I suppose yes. So yeah, I guess I do. I love that. Do you sure you want to load the save data? No, I really am not sure at all. Hey, what's this? Yeah, can I get a flex, by the way, for getting this to work? I could tell immediately that it was working, because the audio is much louder than it's supposed to be. The Queen Beast continues to grow, consuming the world. With Sarah's cries ringing in their ears, Kaim and the dragon dive from the heart of the beast. They are engulfed by a blaze of pure white light, and together fall tumbling through time and space. But before we move forward, so here's all... There's a lot of swords, and there's a lot of these things, and there's a lot of these things. And I'm not reading all this out loud, by the way. Not happening. There's all the swords and weapons and all that stuff.
It's the end! The end!
And yet you do not pray.
To whom? What god can help us now?
Fair.
No gods have ever heard your prayers.
True.
To catch the lion's cub, you must enter the lion's den.
No, Kaim! Don't go! Please don't leave me alone!
Sorry, I gotta leave you alone.
We will meet again, if we live.
But at least... don't forget me! Ever!
Time lives hand in hand with good and evil. We too must adapt to this world of chaos.
Sorry, I gotta doom another world. Sorry, my bad. Some of this is actual real-life footage, by the way. Because Yoko Taro. Like, that actually happened in... No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? Salt. So yeah, this is Tokyo.
Is this the land of the gods?
I'll admit, that got a laugh out of me the first time I saw that. The timing of it, especially. Is this the land of the gods? Tokyo. So this is the worst boss fight in the game.
This thing. What can we do?
The way this works is you circle this thing, and you have to do that. Easy, right? I want to just re-stress this. I've done this before. Oh, wrong one. So if you get the wrong color, what happens is you're stunned for a second. Oh, you have got an uphill battle, Pokemon, but by all means, argue me. Do it. By the way, there's no mid-mission checkpoints, which is the real problem with this. There's no mid-mission checkpoints whatsoever. So if you screw up on the very last note, which hopefully I'll get to show off, you are screwed. You thought you were done? That's the second to last thing, by the way. That is the second to last thing. And I almost did that my first try. But we start over from the very beginning. Every single time. Yeah, I got off on my count. I would have too, Narset. I was doing way better than I thought. Now I'm gonna suck. Now it's over. No, I don't have anything written down. I'm actually watching the flashes. Is the technique I'm using right now. And I'm counting. This is the exact same pattern each time, though. So if you have it, if you have it memorized, you can do that. This is much worse than Drakengard 3, by the way. But it looks like the cheats don't work, which sucks, which means we can't do this legit. That's a shame. I was really looking forward to the catharsis. But whatever. Nothing I can do about it. So we're still going to be YouTubing the ending, because there's no way in hell I'm getting this. Easy to do that too, and that's fatal in the later things. Overcompensate because you're trying to get the button to press as fast as possible because you're trying to break the stun lock. is you gotta go really fast on that last one. I was actually doing it, I was just doing it too slowly. That is, once again, the last bundle. If you're... there's a troll thing right at the end. But yeah. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
What is this? This thing? What can we do?
There's no controls. There's 2 buttons. There are 2 buttons to press here. One. And the other one. Which is... I have no idea how I beat this back in the day. I mean, I know exactly how I beat it back in the day. This is why I wrote it down, by the way, because about that final thing, all that matters is hitting the buttons quickly enough in the right order. This is the equivalent of a super optional, I would say. The fact that this leads to Nier and Nier Automata notwithstanding. What? I'm building mid-mission checkpoints. Pride is not sufficient to try and do this completely legitimately again. Of it. I got the stun, and that threw it. Ah! See, now I'm screwed up. Ah! Damn it! There. So I don't have to think about that. Booyaka! I will take that. I will absolutely take a flex on that, even with save states. Oh my god! Does it, Nas? 'Cause I didn't need it! Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mr. Red, for the subs. Thank you very much for the bits. Thank you, all of you, very, very much. The battle that crossed time and space has won. The awesome enemy defeated at last, but the blood of the heroes who saved the world paints the tower red. So then, what do you get for that? What's our ending here? Hey, there's those chunks of the... I'm sure those chunks of the Mother Beast will never be relevant in the future.
It is done.
And we're dead. No, really. The end! It's okay, like I said, this is relevant and near for reasons we've actually already discussed, and I won't spoil here. I mean, it's Japan, of course they have a
This
cousin.
is Bravo 1. Unidentified target has been neutralized. Over and out.
And End of the Dragon Sphere, which is a direct Neon Genesis Evangelion reference, by the way. Yeah, Angela still has relevance in the future. But yeah, this was intended to be a joke ending, deliberately inspired by Silent Hill. For those of you who don't remember, like, the dog ending in Silent Hill, or the alien, the UFO ending in Silent Hill is the other one. Ah, that's fair, Dakota. So hang on, I got a few donations in there. It would be toward the end, Puggity. But no, specifically. Alright, so hang on. So we got some subs from Mr. Red. Where were they? There they are. And then we had some bits from Cat Horse. And then we had... Hang on, I need to do it again for Pajama Day, because apparently he blinked. And we have some bits from Morin Prime. And then we had a bajillion dollars thrown at my face. Approximation. Everyday Tokyo sounds here. So first of all, thank you again, Mr. Red, for the subs. Thank you, Cat Horse, for the bits. Thank you, Morin Prime, for the bits. And thank you very, very much, Narset. Very, very much appreciate all of you. Thank you. Morin Primes is going towards Nier. Like you do. Now, so, to talk about the joke here, I think that Space Marine for Cat Horse, you got it. Yeah, I kind of like the street noises they got going on. I think the point here is that the new remake, the new one, the one that's not even out yet, or the remaster, excuse me. I think the point here is, this is the type of humor that I get behind. There's a term for this, and I don't actually know what it's called, because I don't remember right now, because my brain is still on dan mode. But it's when it's like something super awesomely dramatic is happening, and then nah, and then it's just conk, and that's the intent of this type of humor. I do feel like it doesn't actually work. Like, I feel like the execution kind of falls flat a little bit, but I get the style of humor, and I get where they were going with it. System Shock 2 effect. I mean, yeah, the end of Monty Python Holy Grail is another example of that, even though that was done for pragmatic reasons, but still true. But yeah, I didn't want to spoil that one, but... Narset, do you know what you'd like to put that towards? And Mr. Red, same question. And that... I can't believe we did that. Oh my god. Sorry, don't mean to be...
Thank you for playing!
Screw you! New Replicant and Total War Rome. You got it. Oh, it's in the message. God, I didn't even check, Narset. I apologize. Hang on. Let me just hit this button here. There it is. There it is. Yep, I didn't... I got blind and dumb and deaf. And I'll look into Dungeon Crawl after I finish the rumination on this. So, yeah, that was Drakengard. Real quick, let's discuss the final boss. Now, I heard several people say that final boss should be a plus to gameplay. Okay. Before we address that, let's look at our setup here, because we've got several things that are designed to be baked into aggregates here. So let's look at our aggregates. We've got, let's get rid of that. That didn't work. So that's a yes. No, I don't, Zactaf. We're going to be soloing it. And that. There we go. So we're going to give endings A, B, and D a positive for all three of them, effectively. Bake those in there. The weapon lore, which I decided not to read on camera because there's a lot. The animated chat boxes, which were okay, and the death scenes, which were good. So we're going to go ahead and bake those into an aggregate. Good morning, Shadow Machine. Welcome to the fact that we beat the game. Could someone link Shadow Machine the clip? Someone clipped that, right? Did anybody clip? Nobody clipped that. In fact, did someone clip that? Because I'm going to tweet that out. If someone clipped that. Sorry to keep flexing, but goddamn. There it is. Hang on, let me pull that up there. Check that later. All right. So we've got. I do think Mana does get a positive by herself, and Angela gets a positive by herself. I admit I'm a little surprised by that, but going back through, both Angelus and Mana were surprisingly interesting characters and probably the best overall hooks in the story. And the Watchers are certainly rather present in this one. So that's everything there. So that's going to be 4 total, pluses to story, net or gross. Negative wise, I think we're gonna bake all 3 of these into a single aggregate. You don't like Angelus, Boogity? She's one of the only characters who feels like an actual character would be the simplest way to explain that. In this version. She's also consistently like Elwind over there. No, thank you very, very much for the sub. If you happen to know where you want to put that, please let me know. She's consistently on point. She's one of the better sources of actually good foreshadowing throughout the course of the work. She calls people on BS. She herself has her own little tonality that she goes with, etc., etc. So that's going to leave us a gross -8 to story, which means a net -4 to story. To gameplay. It would depend on how it's handled, Roxy. At least for me. Alright, well, I've said many times, and proven many times, that I'm willing to take feedback into account. So I'm willing to give a positive for the final boss. But the problem is, if I was to do that, what I would have to do is do what I would already do, which is also give it a negative. Because that boss fight can go to hell. And the biggest reason by far is 2 big things, which are key examples of how not to do boss design. 1-hit KO, no mid-mission checkpoints. I can just point to those 2 things right there as why that is a negative, regardless of everything else. So, plus to positive for the creativity of it, negative for the bullcrap. Oh yeah, no practice, although you can do it infinitely. But I didn't give a negative for it being very hard, Pokety. Please pay attention. I just said the 2 things I gave it a negative for. Now, that being stated, the last thing, I knew it was coming, so it didn't catch me, but I do have to mention there is one absolutely ridiculous troll move of the final boss fight, of the Mother Beast fight, or the Mother whatever fight. And I don't know if you even caught it. After the dugga 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 section, which is the last section, there's like a 5 or 6 second pause, and then one last note goes out. That is a straight up troll. I have to comment on that. Now, again, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and I'm like, okay. But imagine for a moment. Alright, I did it. Kong. Ah! What? Yeah, it does. It's that Pro ZD DDR skit all over again. The very last note of the song. Just kidding. That is such a troll move. But anyways. Yes, I have actually beaten that thing twice. I've beaten it once legit and once with save states. I'll add the asterisks there. God. Yeah, but by the way, if you want to know how bad that can get, do yourself a favor. YouTube Drakengard 3, what I guess 0 fight? What's the actual term for it? Because it's so much worse. What we just saw is nothing compared to the Drakengard 3 final fight. Just Drakengard 3 final fight. Sure, that should probably get it to you. Intoner, there you go. The Intoner one. The Intoner fight, because... Anyways, that's actually Drakengard. Now, I've already actually been running through the audit list periodically. That's why we added some positives off camera there. But I'm just curious. Hang on. So let's see. So our net score here... I'm going to get so much flack for this. Our net score here is -4, -21. So that's so that's going to be a -25 total, which means it's the worst overall score I've ever given a game. It is not the worst story score I've ever given a game. In fact, it's not even the top 10, oh no, excuse me, not top 5 worst story score. There's much worse story games that we cover than this. However, gameplay-wise, and this probably isn't going to surprise several of you, this is the worst gameplay score I've ever given a game. And, yeah. +4, -21? No. No, it's -4, -21 von Falkenstein. Oh, that's because I haven't updated the HUD. Sorry. There, is that better? It's on the thing. Here. -4. -21. There. Make it nice and obvious. I don't know what else to add to that. I have to now go figure out how to record a video for the YouTube audience about this game. Yeah. So, without any further ado, I do hope you've enjoyed this run, such as it is. Starting at 3 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, we will be continuing the Jank block, as we're officially back in the Jank block at this point, with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1. See you around.